All right, so now let's set up our authentication. Assuming that you have logged in the dashboard, look for applications, and then we're going to create a new application. So in my case, I'll name this Comfy Store. So let's say Comfy Store, and maybe let's add React up front. And then you would want to go with single page web application. We create, and then you can go through the quick start if you want, but of course, I'll show you everything step by step. And the first thing that I would want to do is go over the settings. So once we click, notice we have the name, we have domain, client ID, and client secret. And I would want you to copy both values, the domain and the client ID, because we're going to use that in the next video. So for the time being, I would suggest going to index.js and then add a comment and copy and paste. So this is going to be our domain. And of course, this is going to be our client ID. So again, add a comment and copy and paste because we'll need those values. Then keep on scrolling and notice we have application URIs and we would need to copy and paste our URL. Now, of course, at the moment, our URL is localhost 3000, correct? But eventually we might decide to push it to the Netlify. So of course we'll have to add the production one as well. And I'll show you that in a second, how essentially it looks like if we have already the application in production. For the time being, I would suggest navigating to the URL bar and then copy and paste this one, the localhost 3000. Now, there's one gotcha. When you copy and paste, make sure that you remove that trailing /. Otherwise, you might get some weird bugs. So I'll copy and paste the first time, and then I'll grab this value without that trailing /. And in 3 places, we would want allowed callback URLs, allowed logout URLs, and the web origins. In 3 places, you copy and paste. And then, of course, make sure that you save the changes. And we're almost done. But remember, when we set up our app, we also would want connections. Now, if you'd want to see how I create email connection from the scratch, then again, please go to the previous project, meaning the videos for authentication for the previous project. In this case, I'm just going to show you that if you already have one application in place, for example, in my case, I have 2 of them running. I have email setup DB, so database connection, and I have one for GitHub users. I can simply use the same connection because they will right away be connected. So if I go to my applications and if I take a look at my React Comfy store, check it out under the connections. I right away have both of these databases. So if you want, of course, you can create a new one. But I'm just letting you know that if you already have the database, we are automatically using it. And the same goes for the social ones. Again, under applications, React Comfy store, check it out. Under the connections, we have both of the databases that I have, as well as the social connections. So, of course, you can go back here and test it out. For example, in this case, I'm going to go to database and I'll say, you know what, I would like to try it. And if you want to create a user, you can also do it over here under users and roles. For example, if you just want to test it out. In my case, I think I remember that there was a user by the email of Peter. So let me just test it out. I'm going to go with Peter and mail.com, I believe it was. And then I just need to go with password. Keep in mind that they don't send anything to you, so you can go all day long with dummy values here. So let me see. And of course, at the moment, it says that such a user doesn't exist. So let me try one more time. Because I just created that user, it should be there. So log in, and yep, there it is. Of course, now we successfully logged in. And if we want to do the same thing, for example, to the social ones, again, same deal. If you want to create a new connection, like I show in the previous project we worked on, definitely you can do it. For example, Facebook or GitHub or whatever. If you already created social connections when you worked on a previous project, then of course we can just test it out. see whether that works. And we can simply do that by clicking here and saying try the connection. So in this case, I'll try the Google, and I'm just going to assume that Twitter will work as well. And there it is. Now, of course, I have my connection and it's ready to go. So with this in place, now, of course, we can shift back to our app and just set up the Auth0.